Hey! Welcome to your service learning orientation. I'm so glad you're here. Through this orientation, I hope to answer all your questions because I'm Dawn Rhodes. I serve as the Service Learning Program Coordinator here at Mesa Community College, and I've been doing this for over 19 years. And I've seen and heard incredible stories of the transformations and the impact our students have made. So through this orientation, we're going to talk about the paperwork that you get to complete, the benefits of service learning, where you can do your service learning, as well as just lots of different things. So I hope you sit back, yet stay focused, and let's just jump into it. So let's start with the paperwork. Your instructor may actually have these forms broken up into two different documents into your Canvas. For this orientation, I have it as just one. So the first form or first part of the packet is the cover sheet. This first box here is our department's contact information, links to our website, the MCC Serves, the virtual service opportunities, things I'm going to walk you through in the database. Obviously, we're working virtual this semester, yet when we are on campus, that's where we are located. By definition, what is service learning? Why is it important? So here at Mesa Community College, it's a teaching and learning method that combines meaningful service to community with academic instruction. What does that really mean? Well, your instructor wants to get you out in the community to explore and tie in what she's teaching you and have you have real life, real world experience. In essence, for the paper you get to write, it's primary research because she's wanting you to find a problem out in the community and do something about it and then write about it, right? So you get to go find that, that need in the community and then see what you can do to make a difference. Some of the other focus areas of service learning is that it helps you learn how to become a better critical thinker and a problem solver. Do you think knowing how to think critically and solve problems is important? You betcha. Values clarification. What do you value? What does society value, especially around your topic? Career exploration. This is a chance for you to explore a career. A lot of our students will end up with a full or part-time job. Social and personal development. That's my favorite because you as the individual usually will change or notice some impact. Can you say impact? Because you're going to make a difference even in these 4 short hours. Civic and community engagement, that's another one. That's actually why higher education was founded, to create an engaged and enlightened citizen. Again, service learning is a teaching and learning method that combines that service to community with academic instruction, because what's the best way most people learn? Hands-on, by doing. And just below these boxes is the benefits of service learning. This really is the snapshot of the benefits you can gain from service learning. What you put into this experience is what you'll get out of it. So if you want it to be a boring, dumb, stupid assignment, it will be just that. Yet if you want it to be an exciting experience, it can be that as well. So as you scan that list, which ones stand out to you? Hands-on learning, making a difference. Networking, my favorite, because you get a chance to meet people. As I said, career exploration is one of the benefits. A lot of our students do end up with those full or part-time jobs. Yet, even if you don't, you can use this in real life experience. So let's say you're interviewing for a job and Mr. Smith says, "Hey, Joe, tell me about a time where you found a problem and you worked to resolve that problem." Well, great, Mr. Smith. In my English 101 class, my instructor had us go out in the community, find a problem or a need in the community, and then do something about it. And this is what I did. And this is the impact I made. Versus Mr. Smith asking you, "Hey, Joe, what grade did you get on your last math test?" They don't usually ask those second questions, right? Yet they do ask those first ones. So as you can see, those benefits here are really just a snapshot of the benefits you can gain, because what you put into it is what you'll get out of it. To the left of that, at least on my screen, is the telephone protocol. This is a guide if you have to call your agencies. Let me say, so agency, community partner, site, school, I'm using those terms interchangeably because, yeah, just know it's the location you're going to do your service at. Really important if you have to call your agency that you let them know you're a Mesa Community College student here to do a service, service experience tied to your course. Hey, Mr. Smith, I am Dawn. I am in an English class and I get to do a 4-hour project. Do you have an opportunity for me? Versus, hi, this is Dawn. I have to do 4 hours of service. Can you get me in? I've had students who called that second way and get placed in the core order community service program. So if you don't want to get placed in those programs, make sure you let them know you're a Mesa Community College student here to serve, tied to their course curriculum. Also know when you go to these agencies, you not only represent yourself, you represent your instructor, our department in the college, so you don't want to ruin it for any other students who may come after you. So again, we give you this as a protocol because sometimes our students have called the agencies and not left their phone numbers. So if you want them to get back to you, make sure you leave your phone number. So I'm going to scroll. I'm actually going to skip this form, come back to it, because the very first form you're going to turn in before you start your service is this Experiential Education, Assumption of Risk, and Release of Liability. This form gets turned in before you start your service. So before you start your service, you are going to complete this form. For ease of this video, I've already typed in my agency, or my name. So the first line, you will put your printed name. You can either type it or print these out and print it. Then the next line, you're going to write in the agency you served at. You must serve at one of our approved community partners. Obviously, ABC Agency is not one of our partners. It's probably, I don't even know if it's an organization. I just put that in there just to put down a name. And then if you look to the right of it, the dates. I put in the dates of the whole semester, the very first date of the semester to the very last day of the semester. That is not when your hours are due. In fact, your class is long done before these. It just was for the ease of my sanity as well as your sanity to just put the whole semester's dates there. You will read this and then scroll to the second page, and read it and sign it. This one takes no one else's signature unless you're under 18, and then you must have a parent or legal guardian sign it. Again, this one gets turned in before you start your service, and your instructor has embedded some instructions on how you're going to turn that into me. Scanning it is preferred, that you send it to me by way of scanned. You're going to turn that one in, again, before you start your service. This placement, the short-term placement and validation form, any of these boxes that request information, these lines, please fill it out. I need your name. I need your student ID. I need your MEID. Your what class this is for. Your placement, where are you doing your service at? So fill in all of those boxes. This photo release, as it says, is optional. Yet if you want to submit your reflection, which she gives you that option, into our on our website, that I'm going to show you that and how you'll get there. So if you include photos, this photo release is what I need to be able to use those photos. Make sure, if there are other people in the photos, I will probably need their photo release as well. So just be cognizant of that when you're taking and using photos. Then you're going to document when you did your service, what you did, and then this little brief is just that I distributed food, I created purple ribbons for Domestic Violence Awareness Month, whatever it is, whatever our agencies need as far as their service experience. Again, this class only requires a 4-hour commitment. If you do more than that, fantastic. Include that on your log. Because we make certificates that say where you served, how many hours you served, your instructor, and my boss sign it. Great thing to have for your portfolio. Let's go back to that interview scenario. Hey, Mr. Smith, actually, look, here's even a certificate that documents my service. When you are done with your service, you will ask your supervisor to evaluate you. Hey, Mr. Smith, I'm done with my shift. If you're, doing your service, or I'm done with my project that I signed up to do, can you take a few minutes to evaluate me? Two reasons why we do that. One, so that you add closure. Can you say closure? Yeah, closure. We want them to know that you are done with your service, so that they, you can say, I'm done. Can you evaluate me? The second reason why we do that is so you see how well you did, or maybe areas that you need to improve upon. They will fill in your name and verify the hours that you've completed. And then they will sign and put their printed name. Obviously, mine's there. Okay? So that one gets turned in after you're done with this service. So in order to get those certificates I mentioned, though, you must serve an approved community partner. You must submit your assumption, risk, and release liability before you start your service, and then you'll submit this confirmation form by the due date, or whenever you complete your hours if it's before that due date. The sooner you get it in, the easier it will be for me. So let's talk about the community partners and where you can do your service at. Let's jump into here. Actually, let me open up a new browser. I'm going to go to our department's website. So mesacc.edu/getengaged. This is our department's website. These, what we refer to as buckets, these little top announcements, those change all the time. So I highly encourage you to come back to our office and check them out. There are links to scholarships. There's more money by way of doing service and leadership than there ever has been before. So one of the scholarships we have is the MCC Serves scholarship. So you can look there. There's different awards and whatnot. So there's a lot of cool things to our website. So service sites. You're going to come down here if you see, and you're going to click on the service sites. It's loading. Awesome. So here we are. So I'm going to walk through all of these instructions. So everything on this page, everything I'm saying is here. So if you're not sure what to do, you can refer back to this page. Where I'm going to click is here, access the service sites. Hopefully you see that blue toolbar or the blue button, access the service sites. Everyone is going to sign in as a guest. You will sign in as a guest, not using your MEID or password. You're signing in as a guest, and then you'll click OK. So the first tab it pulls onto is the agency partners. You'll click this perform search now. And this basically is just a whole laundry list of our active partners. And so if you're not sure where to serve, this might be a good place to look. And as you can see, they'll have, the description of the agency, what the service is, if there's requirements, if they have hours of operations, and then the disciplines. You don't necessarily have to hang up to these disciplines, because really those disciplines are things that, I was like, yeah, they have something tied to that discipline. Or the agency says, yeah, I can see that I can meet something, an educational component in that discipline. So it's not an end-all be-all. Awesome. So again, just a laundry list of our approved partners. I'm going to come down here to the return to search. The school-based partners, I actually won't spend much time in here yet. These are our school districts broken down. Their placement processes are as different as you and I are as different. So I'll click on Mesa Public Schools. And when you get in there, it will show you the instructions. So it might not be as beneficial to serve at one of these because they have, extra forms to do. Some can be easier to get into and whatnot. So read and follow their placement processes. Please, please, please do not circumvent any of the schools or actually even any of the agencies' placement processes. So I won't really spend much time yet. If they have forms that you need to fill out, they're here as well. return to search. I'm going to spend a little more time in this by category. So I'm going to click perform search now. And here it just pulls up a bunch of the agencies and the schools combined. What you actually want to do is click this create a find and submit button. Create a find and submit button is what you want to click here. And then what it pulls up to, this is an application within the web, so you need to do things a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is search, because I want to know what's in, what agencies are available near where I live, where I work, the college, whatever. So I'm going to put in the Southern and Dobson campuses, zip code of 85202. And again, this is an application with the web, so hitting enter won't work. You need to go over here to the far right on my screen and click continue. So I hit continue and it shows 12 opportunities in the zip code of 85202, so you can scroll them. They're not necessarily in alphabetical order. Oh, the Rose Garden at the college. What do they have available? So it lists a description, who to contact, what service opportunities. I believe, I forget if this is some time where they do deadheading of the Rose Garden yet. There always is, usually always work. If there's requirements, if they have hours that they do their service. And another cool thing is keywords that you can just look there. So that's how you would use it for that. So let's do another create find. And so since I mentioned keywords, let's say one of my passions is homelessness and ending homelessness. And that's what I know it's a problem in the community. And that's what I really actually like to fill a need on and do my service on. So I'm going to click the box homelessness. Do I hit enter? No, I need to come over here and click to continue. So then it shows that there currently are 14 agencies who had identified themselves with some form of service around homelessness. And so I can scroll through those agencies and look at their description and what is available. Another way you can use this, again, I'm going to go into create, is maybe you want to look at a specific agency name. So for this orientation, I'm going to put in boy because I'm really interested in serving at a boys and girls club. So I'm going to click then continue. Boyce Thompson Arboretum, I don't want that one. Well, because I put the word boy. And in a data search, sometimes less is more. So then it shows me, oh, Boys Hope, Girls Hope, what is that? And you can read about it. Yeah. Oh, Boys and Girls Club, great. This is where I want to do my service. What do they have available to me? Okay, so that's how you'll use our online database. If you see of an opportunity, you'll want to make sure they're one of our approved community partners, because again, you must serve at one of our approved community partners. The next thing is this MCC Serves page. This is where these are one-shot events that get added to all the time. So far there isn't much yet this semester. October, one of our community partners, normally it would show up like this. They have added an opportunity. This date is past your class date, so this one won't work for you yet. What it shows you is the location, the dates, and what they have available. So this is a neat opportunity and a place to look, MCC Serves. Virtual service opportunities. So maybe say you don't want to serve in person, yet you still want to give back. Look to see what's available here. So I'm going to just click on this House of Refuge, and then it's going to show you what is available, what kind of service they're looking for, what you need to do. So you got to see if that's a good fit for you. Again, just like MCC Serves, these are going to be added to as often, removed often, whatever our agencies have needs. And I remind them often to submit their service. Let's see. So that is the community partners. Again, you must serve an approved community partner. So to recap, what you put into the service experience is what you will get out of it. I hope it's a great experience. I will need, before you start your service, that assumption risk and release liability. And then when you're done with your service, the second form, the placement confirmation and validation form, you'll turn that in. And then I will give your instructor a certificate that says where you served, how many hours you served, and it will be a great addition to your portfolio. So there is a lot of opportunities to get connected to our office at the college. I hope you enjoy your service learning experience. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email, and I will answer it as best I can. With that, make it an awesome experience. Enjoy your service learning, and let's go see what difference we can make in the community.